Hey, welcome back to another episode of Frank's Unsolicited Advice. And today I was at a counseling session and I was asked the question of who am I? And I didn't know. I didn't have an answer. And while I was at this counseling session, I got a phone call from work and it immediately changed my whole vibe, my whole demeanor. I felt like very overwhelmed and upset because here I am at my appointment and it's going well and you're calling me. Like, why are you calling me? I don't need to be bothered right now. And I had my phone on do not disturb. So that means I had to call more than once to get through to me. Excuse me. So the counselor asked me that and I didn't have an answer for him. And it's crazy because I assume that we all know who we are, you know? It got me thinking. I said, man, I really don't know who I am. Like, I mean, I know who I am, you know, I know my name. I know where I was born. I know my parents. But who am I really? Or who are we really? And I feel like the people that know who they are or they get it under control, they have that, they understand what their purpose is, they're successful or they have their life figured out, right? We all sit there and have ideas of where we want to be. But what if that's not who am I supposed to be? You know, I think for me, I've done the Navy so long that it's become a part of me. And maybe it's who I was supposed to be then, but who am I supposed to be now? And I feel a lot of us go through that. I feel that a lot of us go through that, but we really don't see it until it's time to see it. And I think for me, with the possibility of retirement looming, or advancement, not knowing what's going to happen next. I was telling him, he asked me, how you doing emotionally? And I said, I don't know. I said, I think I'm okay. I said, I don't think I'm depressed, you know? But really, I mean, the question was, who are you? And I didn't have an answer. I didn't have an answer. Not that it screwed my head up to the point where like, oh my God, no, but I just didn't have an answer. I really could not come up with a good answer that I felt was good enough. Yes, I'm a father, husband, brother, friend, co-worker, living person. But who am I? Is this my calling? Is getting on this microphone once a week and rambling about my thoughts and ideas and what burns my biscuits or giving my unsolicited advice to people and having a football podcast? Is that really who I'm supposed to be? And if so, I need to go harder at this, right? I have a business that I do, and I'm struggling right now to get back in the rhythm of it because I feel like I don't know where to get more clientele from. I don't know what to do. And my wife's like, oh, well, I'll send you the stuff on IG for you to put it on Instagram and start, you know, putting out information and content. I'm like, well, I'm not that good at it. You know, I'm not, that's not, social media is not my thing. And I have so many different ideas, but who am I? You know, is that supposed to be what I'm supposed to be doing? I believe I want to help people out, you know, and I think that this is a way to reach people and help people out. I believe that I have good ideas and I think I give good advice. I mean, that's just me. Like, I hope I do. Anybody that I've talked to, if you disagree, just send me a message, please, and let me know so I don't come on here and talk trash. But, you know, it made me think, and I'm still thinking about it. I am still sitting here thinking about who am I? Really? Who am I supposed to be? Am I supposed to be who I am right now? Am I supposed to be somebody different? Is podcasting what I'm supposed to be doing? Or is WFG what I'm supposed to be doing? Am I supposed to go back to school and get my master's in something else and become somebody else and reinvent myself after 23 years in the Navy doing one thing? Knowing who I was and who I am consistently, you know, and that's so many things that leads to it. It leads to the, you know, how we get uncertain when we try something new because it's not normal to us. That uncomfortable feeling when we step out of our realm to try to do something when that's not us either, you know. So it's like, man, you know, am I supposed to be here doing this? Is this supposed to be where I'm at? And I just wonder sometimes, and now it makes me think of who am I? It has me soul searching inside. Like I'm can't wait for my wife to wake up so I can have this conversation with her because I really don't know if I am who I'm supposed to be. But one thing he said is the people that are who they supposed to be. Or he said when you speak a thought out, everything begins with a thought. The invention of a pen was a thought by somebody. A light, microphones, it was a thought. But when you do the things the right way, or that you put the things in place to get that thought out, it works. It becomes something. But when you don't, it doesn't. So it's like we always say, we're going to manifest it. We're going to speak it into existence. But then we say stuff, but we don't help. It doesn't work out that way. If that's what I'm trying to say. Like, me, for example, I like my business. I love WFG. I love sitting down with families and giving them some kind of financial literacy, helping them see that there's more out there that we need to be worried about that are not taught to us when we're growing up. Unless you come from money or wealth, you don't know these things. You're not going to understand these things unless you educate yourself on it. And I love it. But then how much effort am I putting into it to let the business grow so where I could make this decent amount of money? And I have really been putting that much effort into it because I've been preoccupied with what? The Navy. So much that I've been preoccupied that I haven't had any topics to discuss on this podcast. And I feel like I've neglected it. Yes, I stay consistent with the football part of it because that's easy. We talk about points that we see on NFL, ESPN. But I mean, really, if you made me do the research, I probably wouldn't be doing that as consistent either because I would have to find something to talk about. And normally I have things to talk about. Church, motivates me. There's different things that actually motivate me. But it's just I haven't had the creativity, I should say, or the mindset to do it because I've been preoccupied with other things. Question again, who am I? And I need to identify that because my success in the after Navy life depends on it. My calling could be something I'm missing out because I'm still giving something, which is the Navy, 100% of my attention. 100%. I don't question my skills, and I don't think anybody should question what you're good at. I just need to find a way to put the energy into it. Me and my friend Rick, we was talking one time about a month or so ago, and he said if we put 50% of the 100% we give the Navy, we could be millionaires in the outside. And it's so true. It's true. A lot of us that fall in line. I say fall in line and follow the rules. You don't have to sell yourself. You don't have to do anything, but you just follow the rules. You come to work on time. You have a clean uniform. You do what you're told. You have some integrity. You get qualified. You uphold the Navy traditions. If I can, I will. And you're committed to excellence and the fair treatment of all. Not to sound cliche, but it's true. Then next thing you know, your success is there. You'll promote. You'll have success. People want to work with you. It's amazing. And we do this, and we don't even get paid overtime. So, you get to work. Like I get up at 5 a.m. just to be in the parking lot by 6 so that I could be on the ship by 6:30, 6:45, the latest. And I'm eating breakfast. Today I got there. I sat down, used the bathroom, ordered my omelet, ate my breakfast, and it still wasn't 0700 yet. And I'm like, man, I am so institutionalized to this business. Like it's second nature to me. It's me. It's who I am. I do it easy, Work starts at 7:30, go upstairs. You're supposed to walk spaces from 7:45 to 8:30. It's a routine. You know what you're doing, and it becomes second nature, and I do it so well. But then it comes to this and other things, and yes, I can start hot, and yes, I have the skill sets to be successful, but yet I don't put the same amount of effort in it. It stops me. I stop myself. Like I sell myself short from being better than what I am. And I think that if we was able to put what we give the Navy into the real world, man, we'll be rich, successful. And then I don't know if I'm making sense or anybody needs to hear this, but it's the truth. It's the truth. It's so truth that we have to, I need to find out what I need to do. Because either way it goes, whether I promote in a month and I can buy 2 more years. If not, I go home September. Either way it goes, the Navy will come to an end eventually. There's nothing I could do about it. And I have to grow up and do something different. And I say grow up because for the last 23 years, it's been very convenient for me, But now, I have to step out my bubble, step out my realm and figure it out. And I guess that goes with figuring out who I am. I don't know how else to say it. The question was so simple, but yet so deep in the same sentence that I just couldn't. I'm still trying to figure it out. And what's funny is we were speaking, right, and he goes, I tell him, I say I'm not fake like that. If I haven't talked to you in 2 years, I'm not gonna call you out the blue to start a conversation, to try to get you in front of a presentation to see if it's something, if my business can help you or not. I find that to be fake. I don't do that. But then he goes, is it? I said, well, maybe it's just me. He goes, why you say that? I said, because I got people that I haven't talked to in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, but they'll hit me up to buy some Girl Scout cookies or help their child sell something to win some tickets or, raise money so that they can win a prize. And I haven't spoken to them in years. But yet here I am, I would say not scared, but cautious to hitting you up to put you onto something that, hell, is going to help you grow, help you have something for your family, create a wealth for your family. This information is free. And yet I'm so concerned to reach out to people because I don't want to bother nobody. But if I was recruiting, I'm calling 50 people a day just to try to get them to sit down in front of me and talk about the Navy because I know what the Navy could do for them. It's crazy. It's crazy. For the Navy, I do it. But for my own stuff where I can probably make more money a month than what I'm doing right now, I'm not doing it. The question is, who am I? Am I this person that's in the Navy and once I'm out the Navy, I don't have an identity? Like you take me out of my uniform and I'm just a regular man? Or is my identity who I am in uniform and out uniform? I mean, a lot of us have an identity. I would hope so. But what is it? Are some of us driven? Are some of us made by what we do for a living? My mom was a social worker for 35 years. Was that her identity the whole time? My dad was a jeweler for many years. So was he a jeweler? Was he a man that just did jewelry on the side? That was a jeweler on the side. Obviously, I think we're all destined to do something and be successful in one way or the other. Whether your success is to be the most successful bum in the street or be the most successful person in business. It just depends what you choose your success or your calling to be or who you are. I'm just trying to figure out who I am so that I can move forward and be great and do great things. Am I a product of a system that I bought into when I was 18 years old and been doing it for the last 23 years and holding on to not let go because I don't know what else I'm going to do with myself? Yeah, I have a degree. I have experiences. I have friends. I have the business with WFG. I mean, I can go work at the Best Buy and be happy. But is that who I want to be? Am I where I want to be? Even if I promote, should I go home? Start new? Struggle a little bit because I didn't set up right? But then I'm not restricted either. I'm not giving an organization 100% of me to not even get that back in return from them. Sometimes figuring your worth is very important. Knowing your worth is important. And I think it plays a key part in you knowing who you are. Recently at work, I encountered some stuff that made me look at the organization as a whole with some disdain and say, you know what, I don't know if I want to be part of this no more. And it's funny, walking in today, I was talking to a friend of mine who happens to be, an officer now. When we met, we were both first classes. And he says, it's not the organization, it's the people in the organization that make it bad. And I said, you're right. You're right. My best place I've ever been was my first command. It's not because it was my first command I didn't know no better. It was because my first command, I didn't know anything and they taught me something. They gave me an identity in the Navy, I should say, coupled with what I came in with, the traits my dad and my mom gave me, the morals, the lessons, the values. So I know who I am in that aspect, but who am I after? Am I supposed to get on this microphone and tell you some stuff that's going to change your life? And maybe it's not impacting people, but then every once in a blue moon, I get reminded, your podcast, I listen to it. Or maybe you should talk about this in your podcast. That means somebody's paying attention. It might not be the million viewers or the million listens that I would want, but maybe the 5 or 10 people I talk to every once a week get something out of it. I was looking at one of my stats, and in one platform, I have over 5,000 downloads, and another one I'm almost at 2,000. And the one that's at 2,000, that's because they lost my previous downloads. They thought I was doing something fake to get more listeners, so they canceled my stuff, and I had to get it reinstated. So that tells you. So it's not bad. I'm not famous. Yeah, I got over 2,000 friends on Facebook, and I have over 1,000 friends on Instagram. But how many of them really actually listen to my stuff? Come on. How many of those accounts are still active? So I look at it, I say, for somebody to have almost 8,000 downloads, and I'm barely putting the effort into getting it out there. I'm not marketing myself right. I'm not putting any advertisement out. I'm barely consistent on social media when I should be using it. I'm not doing too bad. And maybe if I was in the Navy, I can give something more of my attention and take this platform and take it off. Invest the money in getting a new computer, getting a better setup. I think I have a good soundboard, so I think that's dope. And I got good microphones. But I mean, you know, just in general, just put the time into it. Again, if I put 50% of what I gave the Navy into this podcast, imagine what it would be. If I take the other 50% and put it into WFG, imagine what it would be. And I haven't allowed myself to do any of that because I haven't identified myself outside of the Navy. I'm still identifying myself so much in the Navy that, to be honest with you, sometimes the fact of me retiring at the end of September, if I don't get promoted, it's not even a reality yet. I didn't move as if it was a reality. I didn't do anything to prepare for setup for retirement afterwards. Drinking water because I'm talking and I'm in the zone. And I'm thinking to myself, hey, so what am I going to title this? Is this episode going to be Who Am I? Or is it going to be Random Thoughts by Frank? I think it's going to be Who Am I? But it's also Random Thoughts by Frank. And listen, people, I just don't know anymore. And it's okay. I need to learn how to be fine with certain things. I say I'm okay. I'm not really okay. You know, some people want me to be more vocal. Not when I get mad, but just be vocal, period. It's not my style. But then when I get mad, yes, this is a different person. And maybe I should have been vocal before, so I don't get to the point where I'm mad. Today, my counselor said, why are you letting people impact your emotions? Let it go. And I said, you're right. And I do let people impact it. I hold on to stuff. I guess it's intentional, but some of it might be just from what I saw growing up. My mom always helped everybody and took everything in, and she still does to this day. Something might not be her fault, but she takes it in and she deals with the pain. Maybe I'm like that, and I need to be different. Again, who am I? All these questions that came up in my mind off of one simple question: who are you? Well, I'm going to figure it out. And we're going to figure it out together. Because I know I'm not the only one out there that has this issue, this concern, this thought. So it's my first episode back in a while. And I hope that it made sense. But who are we? Who are you? Who am I? Thanks for listening to Frank's Unsolicited Advice.